Hello world, my name is Timster, and welcome back to Digimon World 2. Mouse, get the crap out of there. So in the last episode, we started up the game, we did a new game, we completed our training mission, and we're back in Digital City. Now we just have to choose a guard team, and before we continue, I just have to say something. Like I did in Final Fantasy X, I am going to be cheating here. However, there is one major difference, and it's that I'm not going to be abusing any hardcore cheats or anything. Yeah, hardcore cheats, whatever. Basically what I'm going to do is, I'm using a cheat engine to help me get, like... There's one item in the game that I desperately want to help me get the Digimon that I want, and that's called, I think it's DNA Up. And we're going to go into that a little bit later, but basically what it does is, every time... Well, it's really hard to explain. Basically, when your Digimon Digivolve, like, Agumon, for instance, will always become Greymon. Patamon, however, will not always become Angemon. That's where DNA Up comes in. What that does is it raises his DNA points that you get through a DNA Digivolution, and it's basically like Digimon mating more than what the show actually showed. And what happens is say you have two champions, and you decide to DNA Digivolve them. They'll combine and create a rookie type. Likewise, two ultimates will make a champion, two megas will make an ultimate, a mega and ultimate will make a champion, an ultimate and champion will make a rookie, and yeah. And you want to keep doing that to raise their DNA points, which will make the Digimon become different Digimon when they eventually Digivolve. Now, the reason why I want the DNA up is because, like I said, Patamon won't become Angemon if we ever get him in our party. And I want to make sure we get the right Digimon that I desire. In order to do that, we need DNA up. And that's where the cheat comes in, which gives me that item, like 99 of that item, to help me prepare for it. I can't really access the items right now to verify if the cheat actually worked or not. But oh well. The other cheat I plan on using, which might not be a great idea. No, actually, maybe that will be a good idea. Basically, what happens is, especially in the very beginning, your Digimon will stop leveling up beyond, more or less, level 13. And when that happens, you have to DNA Digivolve. I don't necessarily want that, so I'm using 3 additional cheats, which will make it so my Digimon never stop leveling up. Not that they always level up battle after battle, but they just don't have a limit to their level. And I'm basically calling that, like, up to 99. At that point, I'm going to turn off the cheat, but I just need it for now because I don't like the idea that your Digimon stop leveling up, and I just don't agree with it. I want to keep them going stronger, and if I have a team that I really like, I don't want to change them, I don't want to lose them. So, yeah, basically I'm using 2 cheats. One to keep my Digimon constantly, like, well, not constantly, but like, to stop them from not leveling up, and another to get the Digimon I want, or at least help get the Digimon I want. But anyway, sorry for that long explanation. I'm not exactly sure which tamer I want. I guess canonically, Akira goes with Blue Falcon. But the problem is, if we go with Black Sword, it's catered towards more virus types, and we get Devimon, which I might as well go ahead and show because our choice doesn't really work unless we check all the other teams. So if we go right ahead and talk to this guard here. Welcome to Black Sword Headquarters. You want to look around? Go right ahead. And there's Devimon. I was actually not really blown away, but I thought this was... Actually, yeah, I was blown away when I saw Devimon and a bunch of other Digimon just roaming around, because it's so cool to see them in, like, a 3D environment like this. More or less. I'm Devimon, the mascot of the Black Sword team. This is the Black Sword office. The guard team leader is in the middle room. So let's go ahead and talk to the Black Sword leader. Also, there's a reason why there's squares all over the place. Your character can only move up, down, left, right in these squares. there's no like stepping on the lines or standing on the lines or anything, so it's kind of annoying. You don't really have complete free roam, but yeah, we'll take what we can get. It's still awesome. Skull. I am the Black Sword Guard team. That's a mouthful. I am the Black Sword Guard team leader, Skull. We fight for power and authority. That's what this guard team is all about. We develop items to support the cause of all virus-type Digimon. Our team is tough. If you want to train hard and better yourself, choose Black Swords. Maybe not. Nothing against virus types. I just don't think I want to join the Black Sword team. Next up is Blue Falcon, the canonical guard team. You don't have to talk to the guard. You don't have to talk to the guards at all. I'm not even sure why I'm doing it. They all basically say the same thing. And right here is Patamon. I'm Patamon, the mascot of the Blue Falcon team. This is the Blue Falcon office. The guard team leader is in the middle room. The room on the left is the DNA Digivolve lab, and the one on the right is the Tamer's room. You're in the entrance hall. That's something Devimon didn't explain either. Like, what are the rooms on the left and right if the guard leader... I can't speak. If the leader's in the middle room, wow. I had a huge brain fart. But yeah, let's just go ahead and talk to the leader, which we've already spoken to before. I'm Cecilia, the guard team leader of the Blue Falcons. Our guard team fights for freedom and harmony. We develop items to support the cause of all data-type Digimon. Feel free to look around. If you think this guard team is for you, come and see me. So yeah, that was Cecilia, the guard team leader of Blue Falcon. And if we come over to the left room, this is where we DNA Digivolve. We don't have any Digimon, so we can't do much about it. But we'll be visiting that probably in the near future. Probably. If you go over to the right, you'll find Mr. Zunicorn. And, at least I think that's him. Oh no, that's Doug Duum. I'm a Blue Falcon beginner tamer, Doug Duum. Blue Falcons are good at raising data-type Digimon, but those virus-type Digimon... I guess the dark image of virus types doesn't match our liberal culture. Yeah, for those who are not familiar with seasons 1 or 2 of the anime, basically virus types are not friendly. A lot of them are very evil, very malicious, and they basically take pride in harming or slaving or just doing damage to innocent Digimon over the course of the season 1 and 2. They get better, well, not really better, but they play a different role in Season 3, 4, and beyond, which I haven't really seen beyond Season 4. But this takes place, well, this doesn't really take place during Season 1 or 2, but it references Season 1 and 2, and basically says, like, yeah, virus types are evil, don't go with them. But that's why there's Black Sword, because they want to show that virus types really aren't all that bad. And if we come down here, we have Gold Hawk, which was honestly my favorite because Agumon. And they specialize in vaccine types, which are... I guess they're more known as the wild, or... Not wild, why did I say wild? The heroic, like, Digimon of the world. My name is Vandar, the guard team leader of the Gold Hawks. We fight for honor and justice. That's what this guard team is all about. We make items to help all vaccine-type Digimon. Feel free to look around. If you think this guard team is for you, come and see me. So this is kind of where it plays into, like, a major part of my decision. If we go with Gold Hawk, we get Agumon. If we go with Blue Falcon, we get Patamon. If we go with Black Sword, we get Devimon. I'm not really too fond of virus types, because they're kind of hard to tame, mostly because their attacks are more status inflicting and lower MP and stuff like that. Gold Hawk has more power because they're vaccine type, such as when we get Agumon. However, we're going to be getting something a little bit later which will be just as amazing. Right now, however, I think I'm going to go with Blue Falcon, because it's going to give us a bit of a difficulty since there are no real data types coming at us right away. However, we don't really have a chance to get Patamon right away, and You know, we're going to follow the canon story, especially since I've never completed the story with Blue Falcon before. So let's go ahead and talk to Cecilia. Feel free to look around. Check out other guard teams too. Yes, ma'am. Blue Falcon leader. That's bad English. Yes, ma'am. Blue Falcon leader. Thank you, ma'am. So have you decided which guard team to join? Ready to join us Blue Falcons? Yes! I'm sure you'll make a fine Blue Falcon tamer, but you must first promise an oath before joining our guard team. You'll always value your fellow tamers and your Digimon partners. You'll do your best to create a world where both people and Digimon live in peace. And you will challenge any evil forces that attempt to destroy that world. I promise. I'll always... I'll give you the items you'll need to become a tamer. Blue Falcon mark is proof of being a Blue Falcon tamer. Duh. A DB browser is a mobile remote control to start a Digibeetle and access the server. It's basically our keys. Thank you, ma'am. And we got the Blue Falcon mark and the Digibeetle browser. The Digimon partner should be here by now. And we get Patamon. Now when I first played this, I thought the Digimon you get is randomized, so I was always happy to always get Agumon. This time, however, because we chose Blue Falcon, we get Patamon. So you are Timmy, my new partner? I'm Patamon. I'm sure we'll get along great. I think so too, Patamon. And I'll be waiting for you in the Digibeetle. And yeah, he basically waits for me there. I don't know if they're converted to data and stored on some kind of server on the Beetle, or if they actually do spend all their time in that Beetle. Which, in that case, insert Doctor Who reference here, being it's bigger on the inside. Patamon might not look too reliable, but I'm sure that you two will make a great team. Oh yeah, you should give him a name. Now, this is the unfortunate part. Your Digimon don't stick with their names when they Digivolve. It's, for example, if you stick with Patamon, it's always Patamon. If you stick with Angimon, it's always Angimon. And no matter what form he takes, it'll always be the default name. Unless you change it yourself, in which case, yeah. I think for the sake of ease, because I am very original like that, we're just gonna call him Pat. No, Pat. There we go. That's a nice name. I'm sure he'll like it too. Every time you meet another Digimon, you'll learn something new and grow from it. It's not only the Digimon that develop, you too will grow and mature. Yes, ma'am, Blue Falcon Leader. I'll do my best. And we got Patamon. Timmy, I'll give you and Patamon your first mission. What? Thank you, ma'am. I ordered you to go to the SCSI domain and defeat the wild boss. Roger. Yes, ma'am. Now, this first mission isn't going to be that easy. We'll have to do some training because Patamon starts off at like level 1, I think. All Digimon do regardless of who you choose at first. Timmy, so you're the new kid I heard about, right? That's right. Who are you guys? We're Blue Falcon Tamers, just like you. My name is Joy, and this is Bertrand. Let's try working as a team. We're your seniors here, so don't you forget it. Mr. Unicorn thinks highly of your record, but those were just training missions. I'm the best tamer in the city, so don't even think you can do better than me. Huh? Bertrand, why do you always have to say things like that? Timmy, don't worry about him. If you have any questions, we'll be in the tamer room. Thanks. I hope we can work together. Yeah, Bertrand's basically my rival. Think of him as Gary Oak from Pokemon. He's always antagonizing me and always says he's better. The only real difference between the two is he's not better. We beat him on several occasions. Bit of a spoiler there, but oh well. So now that that's out of the way, I gotta check something real quick, because I don't think I gave myself the right item. And I did. I gave myself the right item. Unfortunately, I gave myself 99 toy planes. I may or may not have used that. I gotta admit. I forgot what cheats I put in. So to start off, we have HP Disc 1 and 1 MP Disc. And I think I'm going to go ahead, save, and then we'll go on to the next dungeon right immediately afterward. Why not? I want to try to keep the episodes short, in between 15 to 25 minutes, but if I feel there's not a whole lot that's been done, I'll try to aim for a minimum of, or rather a maximum time of 30 minutes. Because the Final Fantasy X videos were a bit too long because of all the story. This one won't have that problem too much. So let's back out of there, and I actually think we're going to transfer some items. We don't need DNA chip just yet. We'll take a crap ton of toy planes though, because why not? We just gotta be careful because there's a limit to how many Digimon we can have in our party, as well as how many we can actually store. So for right now, let's go over here because I want to see if we can upgrade our Beetle at all. Like I said, we got the steel body, which I think is like the basic form. And that means we can only equip like a certain amount of parts onto it. So we have the wolf egg, or we can buy it, but I think that's what we have right now. And there's not much else we can actually buy. And in retrospect, there's not much we really need right now. The other problem I have is bits are really hard to come by. That's the currency in this game. So we might have to do a lot of grinding just to make sure we have enough bits to get the parts we need. Our Digibeetle is ready for action. We're going to get in and see what we can do. Now you can save, I believe, you can save right before you head into a dungeon. And that's the awesome thing. However, you cannot save once you're in the dungeon. So, if you're nervous about making one action or taking one path or another, and you end up screwing up, that's pretty much it for you. Yes. I think what I'm going to do is just give a taste of what this dungeon is, because there's something I didn't go over in the training mission, and it's going to become pretty evident that we are not going to complete this right away. Let's go ahead and we've got Biyomon. Now, I could go ahead and abuse the toy planes right now. And I think I might, because why not? Now, I did cheat, so this really isn't a fair advantage for me, but it is whatever. Now, what happens here is you shoot a toy at the Digimon that you want to try to befriend, and they may or may not grow a heart that big. They grew it for me because toy planes are a rank A gift, which means rookie Digimon, or at least those of level 1, are going to love you right off the bat if you give them one. And the reason we're doing this is because the last Digimon that you end up defeating after they gain a heart has a chance of becoming your friend. Biyomon's the only enemy we're fighting, so she'll become my friend. But if it's her and one other Digimon, the last one you kill becomes your friend, so you gotta be careful about it. For right now, we'll choose Boom Bubble and see how the battle plays out. It's gonna take a few rounds, but I think we can do it. Spiral Twister, 6 damage. Yeah, it's not nearly as bad as a training mission, thankfully. So we got this pretty much in the bag. We might have to heal, but ooh, 18 damage, nice. One more round, and Biyomon will be ours. Now, I don't remember for sure if her HP will stay the same after we take her in, so always be careful about that whenever you befriend a new Digimon. There's no telling if he'll be in your active party, and there's no telling if he's going to be weak right off the start. Pardon me, my allergies. And with that, we gain 3 experience, 30 bits were earned, and Biyomon wants to be our friend. Yeah, we're going to let it join. Again, I'm very unoriginal, so I'm just going to call her Biyo. Unless I come up with a really awesome name, it's probably just going to be an abbreviation of their rookie names. It's fitting as long as we get the right Digimon they become. So, now that we got Biyomon, let's go ahead and check it. Go to Digiline, and yep, we have Biyomon at max health and MP, so that's nice. Ugh, my nose. And that's taken care of. And here's the thing I want to point out. At the top right there, it says HP and EP. HP is the armor on our Beetle. When that's 0, we get ejected. EP is basically our energy. It drains by 1 for every 1 step we take, and we only have a max of 100. So when those 100 points are gone, we're done. And it's going to take more than 100 for us to get through this domain, so yeah. Here's the next Digimon we can befriend, Tapermon. Let's just go ahead and shoot a toy plane his way. Again, if you choose anything that's not Gold Hawk, you're going to have a rough time befriending Digimon. And you want to befriend whatever Digimon you can, because without them, it's going to be rough in the first few boss fights. Okay, so this battle should be pretty easy. Spiral Trisser, Boom Bubble, and Tapermon will be our friend before we know it. Or Beomon will just miss completely. Tapermon will attack. And 9 damage. Not terrible. It's kind of weird. I think the stats change when they become part of your party. Because as you saw, Beomon took 9 damage, whereas she took 16 from Patamon. So it's kind of weird that she's now part of my team, and actually takes less damage overall. However, she's also not my starter Digimon, so the stats might vary in between. But she dealt 10 damage, so maybe that's about right. And with that, Patamon gets a level up, and Tapermon is our friend. I'm just gonna name him Taps. Mostly because, I don't know why, but I don't know if anyone any of my viewers live in the East Coast of the US, if they've heard of TAP's Paranormal Investigation Agency, or basically watched the show Ghost Hunters. This is kind of where I got the idea from, and honestly, it kind of reminds me of like paranormal stuff, just the way he works. So with that, we have Tapermon. Nice. Now, in case you saw that while the room was spinning, there's something right down here, a treasure chest. Just look at it, press X, and we got an HP Disc 1. Now, if we didn't use any toy planes, we wouldn't be able to get it, but we used 2, so we have enough room for about 2 more items. Come up here, and there's another Beomon. Let's try to make it for the chat. We can't. Yeah, Digimon can attack you from any angle, like 1 square away, and we forgot to put Tapermon in the battle, oh well. And as I was saying, Digimon can attack you from 1 square away, like from any angle. So if they're right next to you on your right, they can attack. If they're at your corner, they can attack. And most enemy Digimon can only walk 1 step. There are some later on that can walk multiple steps, so it's very hard to maneuver with them around. But for right now, we're dealing with Rookie Digimon, which can only walk 1 step, so no, it's nothing for us to worry about. And let's see, Beomon got a level up. There's no point in us getting another Beomon. I like to have at least 1 of every Digimon that I can find. So, yeah. And before I forget, Beomon, Patamon, Tapermon. Yes. Because we want our Digimon to get as much experience as they possibly can. Because, well, just like bits, they're hard to come by. Hence the reason why I want my Digimon to not stop leveling up, but at the same time, I don't want them to level up every chance they get. Now, here is the unfortunate side. We're at 20 EP right now. We're not going to make it through this dungeon. But I think that might be a good thing, because I made a mistake by coming here and wasting so much energy. But you're probably thinking, okay, what do we do? Well, all we can do here is hit autopilot, and that will take us back to Digital City. So yeah, once again, we didn't really do a whole lot, but I might have to do some grinding, like, off-screen to make sure we have the money and everything that we need, and make sure we're all set. So with that, I think I might end the episode here, because it's almost at the 30-minute mark. And I feel like we did quite a bit. We did some story, we chose our Digimon, we have a full team now. So, yeah. In between episodes, I'm going to grind a little bit, or at least get some money. I might abuse it and just sell some toy plans just to make it easier, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, world!